Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and instantly command respect? No one knows their job, no one knows their income, no one knows their background, and yet everyone assumes they're successful. People listen to them more carefully. They treat them with more respect. They assume they are intelligent, disciplined, and important. But here's the truth most people don't realize. This reaction is not random. It's a psychological phenomenon called the halo effect. And it silently shapes the way people judge you within seconds. What you wear, how you carry yourself, the small details most people ignore, they send signals to the brain that decide how seriously people take you. In this video, we're going to break down the subtle style signals that create the halo effect and why certain outfits instantly make someone appear more powerful, more trustworthy, and more high status. Human beings make judgments faster than we realize. Within the first few seconds of seeing someone, the brain begins forming conclusions, not just about appearance, but about competence, intelligence, and social status. And once that first impression forms, the brain tends to protect it. Psychologists call this cognitive shortcut the halo effect. When one positive trait, like polished appearance, is noticed first, the brain automatically assumes other positive traits must also be present. In simple terms, if someone looks refined, people assume they are disciplined. If someone looks composed, people assume they are confident. If someone looks expensive, people assume they are successful. But the interesting part is this. The halo effect is rarely created by loud fashion or flashy brands. Instead, it's built through quiet signals of refinement, details that communicate control, intention, and simplicity. Let's explore the specific visual cues that quietly trigger this psychological effect. One of the strongest signals that triggers the halo effect is simplicity. Not simplicity that feels plain, but simplicity that feels intentional. A well-fitted neutral outfit often creates a stronger impression than something loud or complicated. When an outfit feels balanced and controlled, the brain interprets that as discipline and clarity. And discipline is a trait people associate with leadership. Notice how many influential people favor structured, minimal outfits, clean silhouettes, neutral color palettes, nothing overwhelming the eye. This visual restraint sends a subtle but powerful message. This person understands control. And control is one of the clearest signals of confidence. Another detail that strongly influences perception is structure. Clothing that holds its shape, tailored coats, blazers, structured dresses, immediately creates a sense of presence. Structure frames the body in a way that communicates organization and precision. Psychologically, structured clothing activates associations with professionalism and leadership. It mirrors the uniforms of authority we see in business, politics, and high-status environments. The brain interprets structure as order, and order signals competence. This is why even simple outfits can feel powerful when the silhouette is clean and intentional. The outfit appears composed, and by extension, the person wearing it appears composed. Color also plays a powerful role in the halo effect. Neutral colors like beige, cream, black, navy, and soft earth tones often signal calmness and control. Unlike bright colors that demand attention, neutrals create a sense of visual stability. They feel balanced, refined, quietly confident. Luxury brands have understood this psychology for decades. Many of the most sophisticated fashion houses build entire collections around neutral palettes. Because neutrals shift attention away from loud decoration and toward presence and posture. Instead of the clothing shouting for attention, the person becomes the focus, and that subtle shift can completely transform how someone is perceived. Another powerful element of the halo effect is precision in grooming. Small details create large impressions. Well-maintained hair, clean lines in clothing, polished shoes, subtle accessories. These details communicate something very important to the human brain. They signal care and intentionality. When someone pays attention to small details, observers often assume they bring that same attention to other areas of life: work ethic, reliability, professionalism. This is why refined grooming often amplifies the halo effect more than expensive clothing alone, because precision signals discipline, and discipline is deeply associated with success. Clothing may start the halo effect, but body language completes it. Stillness is one of the most underestimated signals of confidence. People who move calmly and deliberately appear more self-assured. When posture is upright, movements are controlled, and gestures are intentional, the brain interprets that as emotional stability. And emotional stability signals leadership. This is why two people wearing the same outfit can be perceived very differently. One may look uncertain, the other may look powerful. The difference is not always the clothing itself. Often, it is how the person inhabits the clothing. Presence amplifies style. True high-status signals are rarely loud. They're quiet, balanced, controlled. Subtle details like texture, tailoring, posture, and color harmony combine to create an impression that feels effortless. And when something appears effortless, the brain often interprets it as mastery. That is the hidden power of the halo effect. People don't just see the outfit, they see the story the outfit suggests, a story of discipline, refinement, confidence. And once that story forms in the observer's mind, it influences every interaction that follows. The halo effect reminds us that perception is rarely neutral. People are constantly interpreting signals, signals in appearance, signals in posture, signals in the small details most people overlook. The goal is not to chase trends or wear the loudest clothing in the room. The goal is to control the signals you send, because when your appearance communicates clarity, balance, and discipline, the world often responds with respect, attention, and opportunity. And that is the quiet psychology behind looking expensive. Because perception isn't accidental, it's designed.